Hello Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where a creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today I am back with another Sale-A-Bration sneak peek. First, we're going to be using the Simply Said stamp set. This is a set that is in the new, not the new, but our current annual catalog. So you can find that here. But this is the set that is Sale-A-Bration. It's the Corner in Bloom. This is a $120 level stamp set. So when you reach your total of $120 on your order, you can choose this stamp set as one of your freebies, okay? So with Sale-A-Bration, there's two levels. There's one when you spend $60, you get to choose an item, and they have about 8 or 9 things, something like that. But they have 2 items at the $120 level. So you don't have to get this if you reach 120. You can get 2 of the $60 levels, which one of them is the Fruit Salad 6x6 Designer Series paper. I showed you this in a previous video when I used it. As you can see, I've been using this up. So I know this is an unlikely pairing, the fruit salad with these flowers, but trust me, it's going to be beautiful. Okay, so before we get started on our project, let's go over a bit of buzzworthy business. We have our December host code. This is the code I want you to use whenever you're placing an order with me. Unless your order is $150 or more, do not use this host code because you're going to qualify for Stampin' Rewards. And Stampin' Rewards equals free product from Stampin' Up. And I don't want you to miss out on any of your freebies. And if you ever need to know anything about the promotions, the sales, or my current host code, the current paper pumpkin kit, those can always be found on my blog at honeybeestampinhive.com. Okay, so go there to check everything out. Let's get started on our project. First thing we're going to do is some heat embossing. We're going to start off and get the hard parts done first. So I have some scrap paper here, my Versamark ink, and a piece of basic red, not basic red, real red. It's a 2x2 square, and we're going to heat emboss on it. So let me get my embossing buddy here. I keep saying I need to order the what is that thing called, the new embossing buddy kit. So we're gonna have our sentiment birthday wishes. We're gonna heat emboss this. Trying to make sure I get a good inking. Make sure I can see and try to get this in the middle, top and bottom, side to side. We stamp that. Where's the lid? We want to make sure you cover up your Versamark before you get your embossing powder out. So we have the Wow Opaque Bright White Regular Embossing Powder. And we're going to get some tweezers, because I don't want to accidentally touch my sentiment there. Just knocking off a little bit of that. Okay, so let's sit this down and we're going to clean this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that all cleaned up and I have my heat gun here and we're going to go ahead and heat set this and I'll be back. Okay, so I have that all heat set. We're going to sit this to the side to let it cool off. So I have a piece of basic white here that is 3.5 by 3.5, and we're going to do more stamping on this. So I'm going to get some Tuxedo Memento Black ink. Again, this is not the Tuxedo ink pad. This is a ink pad that I purchased that was for the craft white ink. But and it comes empty, and I refilled it with my Tuxedo. So we're going to stamp this floral image. It's the corner. So we're going to put it there. I'm going to ink it up again. And we're going to put it in the other corner like this. Just like that. Oh, I see I didn't get that one all the way. But that's okay, because I've done this already. So let me just show you a little bit what I did. I took the Stampin' Right markers. Today we're using the Stampin' Right, not the blends. This is Garden Green. And I colored these little leaves here. Okay. And of course I went all the way around and colored all the leaves. Then I used some Daffodil Delight. So in the Daffodil Delight, I colored this flower here. And the one at the top. Whoop. Then I have our real red. And this little bud here. Looks like a little rosebud. I colored that in our real red. Just like that. Then I took Petal Pink. And I colored this one. Let me go back to the garden green, because on this Petal Pink here, I did color in green right here on this part, the underneath part. Okay. Then I took Calypso Coral, not Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, and colored this one. Very colorful, right? And also ahead of time, I stamped 6 of these, or 7. 6 of these, fussy cut them out, but I also colored these in Coastal Cabana. I think this is my number 7, so this one I'm gonna need. Okay, so that is all of our coloring done, because like I said, I did this ahead of time. So what I did was I took these 6, cut them out, and I popped them up on dimensionals, and I added them over the Coastal Cabana flowers that I colored. So that is our 3.5 by 3.5 square done. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the inside of our card. So I have a piece of basic white here that is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and we're gonna add some designer series paper and a strip of red. This designer series paper is 3/4 inches, and we're gonna cut it down to 3.5. That is a lot of glue. It came out pretty quick. I wasn't expecting it. Okay. So let's add this down here. We're going to add another little strip line of glue for our 1/4 inch piece of basic red. Real red. I don't know why I keep saying basic. Real red. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a second. So next we are going to take some designer series paper. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and we're going to adhere it to some real red that is 5 1/4 by 4. So let's get this on here. Just like that. And we're going to take our, we're going to take our flower square. I'm not going to put this on yet. I'm just going to sit it on here because we want it at the top, and I want it to be about even borders at the top and the 2 sides. And I have a strip of garden green, and this is 5/8 inches by 4, and we're just going to glue this down at the bottom of our card. So let's put some liquid glue on that. And with that in place, I'll know where to put this. I want this about right here. Okay, let me make sure I have it on there all the way across, because it is 4 inches, so it should go to the edge of the red there. Okay, and before I put this onto our card base, I have some 1/8 inch Daffodil Delight. This is going to be in the new mini coming up in January, and I just took a length that I can wrap around our card base here, and I'm going to use some tearing tape to adhere it. If I can find the end here. Just going to get some tearing tape, and I just want to put these on right across the middle here. Right there is good. Guess I should have got this second piece ready, right? But the good thing about tearing tape, you can tear it. So I can do it with one hand. Okay, so now we have that on there. So now we can go ahead and put this onto our card base. Our card base is garden green, and it's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Just giving that ribbon a trim there, so it will fit better on our, well, not fit better, so it won't be so much on the back of the card front here. Let's put some glue on this, and we're going to add this to our card base. Again, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 of garden green. We're just going to sit this right here, like so. Now let's get our scissors and trim up everything on the inside of our card. We're going to get some Stampin' Seal and adhere this to the inside of our card base. Come off. We're going to get this to the inside. Just like that. And where's that extra little flower? This one here, I want to put on the inside of our card base. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back, and we're just going to set that right there, just like that. So now let's go ahead and glue this down to our card base, making sure I get that glue out to these corners. And since it's a square, it doesn't really matter which way up you put it. Let's try to get it evenly spaced in there. Okay, so now we're going to take our sentiment. Where did I put it? Right here. We're going to pop this up on some Stampin' Dimensionals. Looks like I'm out of Stampin' Dimensionals. Well, we can use these edges. They will work just as good as everything else. Okay, and we're going to place this right here in the center of our 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 square. We're going to put that like that. And I went ahead and tied a bow, a double bow with our ribbon. And I'm going to put a little tiny piece of tearing tape on the back of our bow here. And yes, it is too big. However, the beauty of tearing tape is that you can fold it back on itself and make it the size you need it. And we're going to put this bow up. Let me fold this piece back that's showing at the top. We're going to put that right here in the center of those two ribbons there, and we're going to give this a trim. We don't want it hanging over the card. Just like that. And then the last thing we're going to do is add some bling, of course. So I have the Opal Rounds assortment. This has Clear, Daffodil Delight, and Night of Navy. I believe it coordinates with the Mediterranean suite in the annual catalog. So where's my Take Your Pick tool? We're going to add a couple of these daffodil dots. So I want to put, I don't know where I want to put them. Do I want a big one or no? I think I want little ones. Let's use a couple of these little ones. Do I want them up on here? Because this is already popped up. Let's put, ooh. I think I want to put them, oh yeah. We're going to use a lot because I think it's 6. We're going to put them on these flowers, even though those are popped up as well. This card is going to be one that has to be hand delivered. So I'm going to have to give this to somebody that I don't have to mail it to. Or I'll just have to use non-machinable stamp postage, you know. Ooh, that is cute. I like that. Okay, you guys, I decided to put one more embellishment right here at the top on our birthday sentiment to make it an odd number of gems. But I also need to show you, I made other samples using this Corner in Bloom stamp set. So we have one here with Flirty Flamingo as the card base. This is still that Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. I added in the dies from the LinkedIn dies. That's the basic black there. And I used the purple adhesive dots. Those are a Sale-A-Bration item. I added Winka Stella all over. Use some of the 3-color Baker's Twine, the 3-color pack. And that is our inside. Soft Seafoam, Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and Pretty in Pink are the colors I used to color this. And the hello is from the Simply Said stamp set. Then I made one with Fresh Freesia and basic black. And this green is from the Fruit Salad paper. Heat Embossed Happy Birthday, Winka Stella, and this is Petunia Pop, Fresh Freesia, Light and Dark, okay? And the green is Granny Apple Green. And these are the, what are these? The Adhesive-Backed Sparkle Gems. Isn't this pretty? And that's one thing I forgot on our card. Where is it? I wanted to put some Winka Stella. So let's go back and add Winka Stella to our flowers. Just like this. Really quickly. Okay. Now that is it, you guys. Here are the other samples that I made using that Corner in Bloom stamp set. Isn't that pretty? Okay, you guys, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I would like to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.